How y'all doing?
Good, man.
Good
Good.
to see y'all.
Good. Seth, you guys have, usually you all play one exhibition. This year you have two, with obviously Memphis and Johnson C. Smith. How do you feel the, extra, playing opportunities kind of helps you guys before starting that regular season?
It's huge. It's huge. It's a great test for us just to see where we're at. It's a great test to see how we'll compete and how we'll have that competitive spirit to see if we need to get it or not. But I'm sure we will. But I mean, it's a very good test. I think Memphis would be really good for us. Johnson C. Smith would be good for us as well, just as when we're right before the season. But Memphis is a real game for us, so we're preparing like we do for every other game.
Yeah, and then that Memphis game specifically, obviously that one has the cancer element as well, the cancer awareness element, I should say. Just kind of your thoughts on that and the ability to play in a game that has that added.
It's very cool just to be able to play for such a great cause. I've never really played in a game like this as a charity, so just to be able to have this experience, raise some money, and just raise notoriety for it. It means a lot for us.
I imagine the Memphis game is going to be pretty much like a regular game. So how would that benefit you guys in a different way than the secret scrimmage, when maybe you can do more specific things to work on certain sets and that kind of thing?
It's a live game. We're in an arena with a live crowd. So it's much different than secret scrimmage. But I think it'll be a huge benefit for us. If we can do this every year, I absolutely would, just because it's a great test, and hopefully we take care of business. But if God forbid we don't, it doesn't count.
It's better to go on the road. The game doesn't count. So, and you're going to be in Fall Gown Fieldhouse a couple weeks later. So
right.
It's going to be a similar type.
It'll be a great test for us to go on the road. I'm glad that we're doing it because we know the Allen Fieldhouse is legit.
When we get the transfer questions out of the way, is there a story or anything crazy that happened during the portal that's that kind of shocked you from a coach or anything?
Yeah, nothing really crazy. Just something that I always kept with me. Was just how often the coaches reached out when I was in the portal, and how often former players texted me and called me and expressed how they wanted me back at the university, and even if I didn't come back to the university, how they would have my back no matter what for years to come. So that was really special. That really stuck with me. I didn't feel that type of love from any other school. So it was meant to be.
Was it overwhelming or wild from the other schools calling you, reaching out?
It was definitely overwhelming. I'd never been through that. I didn't really know what to expect. I expected it to be something like, being recruited in high school, but you have much more time in high school. So it was really compact, and I can't say I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Was there a specific conversation that you had with a former player that made you think, man, this is where I got to be, this is my home?
Danny Green. He was just telling me his story. Danny Green was telling me what he's been through, and it's like what he was telling me kind of felt like exactly what I've been through in these last 2 years. How he's progressed, but he's faced this adversity, he's gone through that. Everything just felt relatable. And Danny took me in this whole summer. He came here for 2 weeks in North Carolina. We worked out, and then he just invited me to work out in LA with his trainer. So I was out there for a week working out with him. So Danny Green, that conversation stuck out with me the most.
That similarity is Danny didn't start till his senior year after
Right.
a national championship.
Right.
Is that a big part of it, just being patient and staying within yourself?
Absolutely, and I've seen it this summer. I've seen it going from my freshman to sophomore year that it's going to come more and more. Everybody has their path. If I was somewhere else, maybe I could have left that for my freshman year, but that's not the path I'm on. And, I embrace whatever path I'm on. So,
what do you see your role as this year? I know someone asked you when you started. We know this you started not, but what do you see your role as developing from what you did last year to what you could be this year?
Just to be a huge leader. It can't just be RJ this year. I'm gonna have to speak up vocally like I've been doing this whole summer and just play my whole game. That's what we needed. With our offense, we'll be much more spaced out. Not really freelance, but we'll be playing freely, so it'll give me a lot more opportunities to do what I need to do and be the elite defender I know I am. That's a huge thing I know that has to be done this year.
What have you worked on in particular, maybe offensively, to enhance your game?
A lot of on and off the ball shooting. Spot up, we'll always be there, always work on that, but coming off of DHOs, coming out of exits, coming off of the ball screen, and just playing with the ball in my hands this summer, like I know I can, but just getting the reps on it.
And then, are you more of a vocal person than RJ? You seem a little more outgoing. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm more. We're vocal in our ways. I think I might be a little more vocal in a way, but I'm more fiery, you know, like
Yeah.
I'm more start the argument in practice. You know, that's kind of the type of leader I am. You know, he's the here we go guys, do this and that, and I'm like
RJ seems a
in
little more
like a
chill.
Kobe type of way, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Not saying Kobe, but you know.
I got you.
So you boss out Jay around?
What was that?
You boss out Jay around?
Nah, I might try. We've gotten to a couple fights or something. We've really pushed each other. We've guarded each other all practice and just made sure we've been able to be the best people that we can be towards each other, and it's paid off.
So, one thing that Hubert obviously was talking about in there was rebounding. Obviously, you don't have Harris, you don't have Armando. So, in practice so far, who's been getting the most rebounds?
Jalen Washington. He's been a beast on the boards. Ty's been dominant on the boards. His athleticism is something I just did not know that he had like that. And that Cade has been a huge surprise. Cade, Drake. When Drake goes to the offensive boards, he's amazing. We just got to get Drake to go consistently. But Cade has really stuck out this summer on the offensive boards. I did not think Cade could be somebody who could out-rebound some of the more athletic guys on the team, just the truth. But he's really done a good job of it. So.
Yeah, 'cause I think Cade averaged like maybe 7 last year when he was at.
Did he? Okay.
Something
Okay.
like that.
Yeah.
What do you also see as the guard's role in that rebounding effort too? Obviously, again, you know, a lot of rebounds, you know, kind of leaving and things like that. I guess how much has Hubert kind of emphasized the role of you, RJ, whoever, you know, in crashing glass?
Oh, I mean, he's for me. RJ's not allowed to crash the glass because the 1 and 2 get back. So if I'm ever the 2, you won't see me crashing. But when I'm the 3, you'll see me going and just trying to get the board, being as fierce as I can, being as competitive as I can. I have the athletic ability to go do it, and he knows that. So he sends me, and when I don't go, I gotta run for it. So
Got his vertical, I guess.
absolutely.
How much work do you get at the 3? Because you can guard the 3.
Yeah.
And you can hit the boards and stuff. I'm just kind of curious how much work you're getting there.
A lot. I spent a lot this summer genuinely at the 1, 2, and 3. So just make sure I know everything at each and every spot, just for, you know, no matter what the circumstance is, no matter what the situation is, I'm ready. So.
And the reason I ask that, because I don't know if I talked about last week, but some of the guys were talking about interchangeable parts and just the versatility that you can have guys on the floor that can play 1, 2, 3 at the same
Right.
time like you, and it kind of throws the other team off because they don't really know who's doing
Right,
what.
who's
in a
doing what?
sense.
Absolutely. And so, you know, I'm a smaller 3 when I am the 3, but I think my frame and just my weight, you know, everything, my athletic ability, it makes up for it. So,
What was the first thing that popped out to you like Cade when you first saw him play?
the way he shoots the ball. I mean, I think the same thing that pops out for everybody. You know, he really is an elite shooter. He shot 46% at Belmont, and I mean, he's had his downs, he's had his ups, just like every shooter's had this summer. But I mean, when he shoots the ball, I have full confidence that it's going to.
Jim, what joke